time.
I don't even know
There's
if
no
Herschel
way you
Walker.
can do it.
I don't
Your
really know
performance
if this
is
isn't a
way
realistic
too
challenge.
high.
Seems like
Even
way
trying
too much
this.
volume.
You can't do it.
The Herschel Walker challenge has been haunting me for a few months now. When I first began this channel, I knew it was something I wanted to try. I mean, it was intense, it was pretty well known, and Herschel Walker was someone that I looked up to as an athlete. The problem was, I totally underestimated how tough it would be. What's up, guys? It's gotten pretty late and got some bad news. This challenge kicked my butt. I'm gonna go ahead and have to call it, call this one a failure. I failed this challenge of training like Herschel Walker. I'm just gonna call it how it is. I failed, I didn't make it. Better luck next time. Since the failure video, most people have been super supportive and encouraged me to keep making content and to keep grinding. A few less than supportive. And every video I've made since then, I've really enjoyed making and I've learned a lot. But that failure video has always been on the back of my mind. Today, that changes.
It's currently 4 in the morning, so trying to keep it quiet so we don't wake Kimmy up. Today's the day. Today's the day we're taking on the Herschel Walker Challenge. Here it is. So I've been training for it, getting ready for it, and finally it's here. So thank you guys for joining me. Let's get to it.
We started the challenge at about 4:15-ish in the morning. It was a beautiful day outside and I was feeling really good when I woke up. To get ready for the big day, if you've been following the channel, you know, we had 3 practice rounds. One addressing the push-up portion of the challenge, one addressing the sit-ups, and one addressing the pull-ups. The pull-ups still going in were my biggest concern. The strategy for the challenge is pretty simple. I was essentially addressing it like it was a triathlon or even a marathon race. I broke it down into 3 legs, a big leg, a small leg, and the sprints. The big leg consisted of the push-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups. The small leg consisted of the lunges, the dips, and the squats, and the sprint ended up being a 1,000-yard sprint. Each leg was then broken up into 10 sets. So for push-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups, what I ended up doing was 10 sets of 150 push-ups and pull-ups and 300 sit-ups. This was accomplished by doing a set of sit-ups, a set of pull-ups, a set of sit-ups again, and a set of push-ups.
Update, we're between a quarter and almost a third of the way done. We're 3 out of 10 sets, and overall feeling, really good, surprisingly good. I really thought by this time even I would really be hurting, but definitely feeling it. Don't get me wrong, doing the push-ups, I'm feeling it in my chest, but none of the micro injuries that I was worried about are flaring up. My elbow is getting a little warm, so a little worried about that for the future sets, but for right now we're good. Skin on my hands is raw, but we're gonna keep on keeping on. Let's get back to it.
At one point in planning this video, I wanted to show you guys every single rep that I was doing just so you could get a taste for the grandeur. But just in showing 5 reps of each set, you see how long this video is, and I didn't even show that many when it came to the smaller leg of doing the dips, squats, and lunges. So I decided to show just a snapshot of how many reps there were. I figured it would be like trying to record an entire marathon in some YouTube content, so instead I decided to just give you a glimpse into how many reps it was. Now, a big part of Herschel Walker's philosophy behind all this was based on a few key components. For one, as you'll see, the volume is huge. When he started training, he could only do a few reps, and as he got stronger and his endurance grew, he would do more and more reps, and he never stopped.
We are halfway done, and that's of the big 3, kind of broke it down, big 3, little 3, the sprints. So halfway done with the big 3. I'm not really too worried about the little 3. I think we'll be able to knock them out in an hour or 2. Maybe a little longer than that, but halfway. Went ahead and I rested for a little, so now we're rested, we're over halfway, ready to get back to it. Let's go.
Now, some people will sit here and say, well, just doing high reps all the time isn't going to make you any stronger. So to address that, What he and we are doing today is introducing a lot of variety into the workout. So it's not just pull-ups or chin-ups, regardless of what the title says. It's pull-ups, chin-ups, neutral grip, some alternate grip. When it comes to the core, I called it sit-ups just for simplicity's sake, but it consists of sit-ups, leg raises, Russian twists, and crunches. It's this variety that played a key component in his philosophy, so I wanted to make sure that we included that here in this video. This not only allowed her to keep things fresh in the training experience, but it also allowed different muscles to be addressed and emphasized during the workout.
Three-quarters of the way done with the big leg. Really starting to feel what it's gotten, so even when I hop down and do push-ups, my chest and my arms are shaky. So I'm gonna try and get these done real quick. I'm wondering if some of it just kind of the lack of food with the intermittent fasting and everything. So trying to push through. I still, I'm optimistic for the small leg, but for the bigger leg, really trying to get it done now real quick.
During the training segments, my biggest concerns were again the pull-ups and then micro injuries. The biggest ones that arose during the training were the skin on my hands during the pull-ups and chin-ups, my right elbow, and my right shoulder. These have been small nagging injuries. It's never been anything major. It's just when I overuse them, they get sore and achy, and especially the shoulder can end up leading to headaches. However, throughout this challenge, other than a few times during it, I didn't really experience a whole lot of pain and discomfort when it came to my shoulder and my elbow. So we're at the sprint portion of the workout. What we're gonna do this time, I got thinking all the calisthenics stuff is 9,000 reps. So the sprint, we're gonna do it as 1,000 yards. So it's kind of bumping it up to 10,000. So I'll do 10 100-yard sprints. So keeping it pretty simple this time. Let's get to it. So sprint's done. So I got a few of the big three, push-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups to do. And then all of the dips, lunges, air squats, but we're making headway. Really starting to feel my head and stomach is really hurting. So I'm gonna try and push through. Yeah, see you guys when we're back inside. So we've hit a wall, and I'm assuming it's kind of like with running, they say at about that 20 mile, you hit a wall and just really physiologically it's your body's all out of, was it glycogen or energy or whatever. But got back from doing the sprint, figured I would rest for a little bit, and we're still sitting here. So mental toughness, that's what it all comes down to, is mental toughness. I mean, yeah, physically I'm sore and I'm hurting, but just comes down to that mental toughness. And yeah, let's get to it. My biggest obstacle in this challenge ended up being mental toughness. And I knew going in that this is something that I definitely needed to develop and to work on. I don't want to do these. In the new year, that's something I'm thinking of trying to do a few videos on, is just mental toughness and developing mental toughness. And that's definitely something that I've gotten very lazy in. After about the halfway mark, I got where I didn't want to do push-ups. I really didn't want to do pull-ups. Core wasn't too bad, and I knew I still had the small leg and the sprint ahead of me. It simply came down to that mental toughness aspect. Could I get my body to do what it is I needed it to do? And really, for us as athletes, that's what it comes down to. You can train your body all day long and get stronger, faster, and be able to go further. But unless you can convince your mind and train your mind like a muscle to do what it is you're calling for it to do, you will all too often find yourself falling short. So the big three are done. Super excited about that. Kimmy and I are gonna go to Panera and get the Herschel Walker meal. That is just a reminder, soup, salad, and bread. So super hungry. We're gonna go get supper. See you in a bit. At Panera, got a Cobb salad, and then the broccoli cheddar soup, so definitely gonna eat this quick and then get back to training. Some people might say, I'm making way too big a deal out of this challenge. I mean, if this is really something Herschel Walker did with any kind of frequency, even if it wasn't 9,000, 10,000 reps, I think averagely, and for where I am in my fitness journey, this is still a very high volume load. I'm not to the level of Herschel Walker, and it's gonna be years until I am, but this is where I am, and this is the challenge that I've wanted to take on. If this video and the challenges leading up to it teach you anything, guys, I really hope that you realize that stay humble in your success and don't let your failures keep you down. Giving up is easy. Making yourself better is hard. And these are just cliches. I mean, everyone says it day in, day out. And we see it on posters and in advertisements, you know. But until you've really failed and really stepped back up, you don't really know what you're made of. So I hope this encourages you guys, calls you guys to go the extra mile, to keep grinding. And even if you fail and fail over and over and over again, keep coming at it. Well guys, there you go. We did it, the Herschel Walker challenge, 9,000 reps, and then the sprint workout, soup and salad and bread for dinner. But I'm definitely feeling it. I'm exhausted. Muscle wise, it's kind of where it's gonna hurt tomorrow, but right now I'm feeling pretty good. Joints stayed in, pretty good. My elbow got hurting a little with the push-ups at the end. And my right shoulder got feeling a little sore, but really overall we're doing pretty well. The skin on my hands hurts, so now whenever I grab something, it's tender. But we did it. We did it. Woo! I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to sleep forever. I don't ever want to do another push-up or pull-up ever again. And Herschel Walker, even if he didn't do all of the 9,000 reps every day, anyone that does 1,500 reps of anything is insane. So hope you guys get a chance to try this one sometime. Try just even doing just the legs of it. We did those videos leading up to it. But thank you guys so much for your support. I'm so glad that we got to come back from this one. The nightmare is over. Have a good one.